My name is Alicia Johnson. I'm the Administrative Support Coordinator here. I got this job as soon as I graduated from the University of Rhode Island this past May. Previous to that, I was involved with the student chapter. I served on their executive board as the volunteer coordinator. I did an AmeriCorps term through URI with the Scholarships for Service.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I helped plan an alternative spring break trip to Little Rock, Arkansas last year, and previous to that I went to Colorado for service during spring break, and the year before that I went to Tennessee. So I have a lot of volunteering in my background. I grew up in the South Shore of Mass, and then came to URI for no other reason, just to get an education, but then found myself getting involved, and Habitat for Humanity kind of stood out to me. A lot of people had good reviews about it, so I decided to join. And I learned a lot through volunteering, because I just felt like it was something that I was supposed to do. I didn't think of it as like a resume builder or...
So we have basically created a little shop downstairs, and what we do is refurbish the items that come in and make them, worth a little more money than they were before. And also have been involved in what they call destruct, which is to go out and a contractor is tearing a house down. They'll call us and we'll go in and salvage what we can out of the house and before they tear it down. So that's can be pretty lucrative, and we've done that several times. One way I'm quite selfish because I thoroughly enjoy myself, and I think it contributes to my good health, and so it works for me and it works for them. And I've met lots of great folks, obviously, and had a lot of good experiences. And I do it because I can do it, and because I've got something to contribute that also benefits me. But no, I just enjoy doing it, and I think I'm 80 years old and I'm doing damn well for an 80-year-old man.
You can't be 80 years old. You can't
I am
be
80. I stay busy and keeps the brain working.
Yeah,
somewhat,
that's the theory.
Somewhat.
Normally people call up because they can get a tax deduction, of course, with all the stuff, and we give them an accounting of what they have delivered us, and they make out the form and how much it's valued at, and they get a deduction. There's a lot of people that give up their houses and saying, we're going to go to Florida, please come and pick up the stuff, and sometimes we get thousands of dollars worth of furniture and stuff from these people.
This looks like some pretty nice stuff. It's very solid.
When I realized my 26-year-old daughter had given back more than I had, I thought that was a concern. So when I came down here, I realized that what the need was, and I really enjoy it. I like working on furniture and restoring it and putting it back together. We lost our truck driver, so Ethan's been driving the truck, so I've been working more hours here.
Yeah, that's definitely something that is very appreciated, is that whenever we have any type of holes in our schedule, or we need like he had said, one of our truck drivers had recently left us, so we were trying, so it kind of caused a domino effect with me having to go down to the restore sometimes and take over, and then our volunteers noticing that need and wanting to stay longer days. It's been really helpful, thank you, Tom. In a regular week, about 20 regular people, I would say, somewhere between 15 regulars, and then we have people who come by for any type of community service requirements, whether it's academic or court-ordered. And then in the office, we have about 7 or so volunteers that come in weekly up here and help with administrative roles. And then build sites, we have crews regularly out Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Anywhere from 8 to 15 people there. And then on weekends, we have student groups, churches come by. So a lot of long-term and short-term volunteers. We work with any schedule, really. We always tell volunteers that no experience is necessary, whether it's the restore or our site. But if they have experience, that's great. They don't need to bring their own tools. We supply everything. But if it's your tools and you're comfortable with them, you can bring them. I usually tell volunteers if they're interested to call me, because then I can walk them through the waiver process and the scheduling process, So I let them know that Tuesdays and Wednesdays we have our co-ed crew go out, and then we have an all-women's crew that goes out on Thursdays.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so and that was something we found because a lot of the women getting involved would go on site with our co-ed crew, and there you see a lot of guys who have a strong background in construction, so they kind of felt maybe like I'm not experienced enough for
Intimidated,
this.
maybe.
Yeah, so we created the women's crew, and they're a powerful group of ladies.
And we just moved up here 2 years ago. So I was not working, was looking for something to do, and I heard that they needed office help, which is what I did, you know, in my career. So I have to say that I like being busy, but everybody here is so genuinely nice and appreciative of everything you do, every little thing you do, you know, and it's genuine.
Yep.
You know, it's not like, you know, it's like, okay, thanks for coming in, thanks for help. They just really appreciate everything, and it's amazing how many volunteers they have here and how it runs on volunteers, you know. It's a great place to be.
There are a lot of opportunities here for volunteering, and it is the kind of thing where you can jump from one to the other. You know, you could add another volunteer duty, or you can just change them. So there are lots of different kinds of things at Habitat that people can do. It is, I think people sometimes think, oh, well, they have to have carpentry skills or something, and that isn't true at all. That's probably the vast majority of people who volunteer.
Yeah.
You know, there's the restore and all sorts of things. And even if you don't have the carpentry skills and you want to build, they teach you how to do it. But so far I'm not done that. I have the nerve to do it.